Yo, what's the deal? And Jema Asabui to my Indugus and Endadas and Buenos Dias. To my canals and my canalitas. Hey, this is a continuation of my stories of thugging in the Y. So the last story that I had given you all was the racial riot that had jumped off on Roosevelt beyond BJ from Fadu's Pueblos, right? So after the riot, you know, I got sent to lockup. When I got sent to lockup, I had to go before a committee. I think I forgot the name of the committee. But the reason why I was going before the committee because I had been identified as one of the assailants who had a pack, a jailhouse manufactured weapon that consisted of I don't know what minor had in that pack, because as I told you all before, I had got the pack from, you know, putting down a Southsider. I had fired on Cuz, dropped him, he melted, you know what I mean? And I picked up his pack and started, you know, just running around packing, you know, Hispanics or Sudanio Southsiders at random. So the riot was over. I get shipped to Taft Hall, that's lockup. I get shipped to lockup. Also, I just want to give a shout out to the brothers that also participated in that riot, whose names I had neglected to mention. But my partner, TC Carter, man. TC was from 11-6 Kitchen, man. That was my partner, man. And you know, that's kind of like a story within itself. I give y'all that story, then I segue back into what happened after the riot, and I got the lockup. So TC name was Tavion Carter. That was my partner from 11-6 Kitchen. When I had rolled up to Roosevelt, every time I looked at him, like, you know what I mean, he'd be looking and smiling like he wanted to engage. He wanted to have dialogue. He wanted to have a conversation of sorts, right? But on Roosevelt Hall, and it's not, you know, rest in peace to my nigga TC, man, from 11-6 Kitchen. Tavion Carter, that was my partner, man. My partner passed away in a car accident when he had got out of the California Youth Authority. So a lot of the individuals who were active on Roosevelt Hall, they ain't too much favor TC, because TC, man, he was a smart dude, sharp cat, you know, something like a player type of dude, you know what I mean? And he had his priorities and his affairs in order, right? TC had came from a loving home. He had a support system. And Cub was trying to get back to his family. You can't take that from a nigga. I didn't have no family that was giving me support. I didn't come from that. You know what I mean? I'm a crack baby, man. My mama had neglected me when she had, you know, basically after labor, like, you know what I mean? According to my pops and all that. But my mama slightly give a different account of what transpired and all that. I get into my life story, you know, a little bit later, right? But I'm a crack baby, man. You know, raised by my auntie. Shot to my grandmama house for a little bit. My grandmama passed away. Shot to my auntie house. I wasn't able to conform to her structure and the rules and regulations of her household. I felt like she was too strict, so I got up out of there, man. I took my chances in the streets. Got in the streets, started gang banging real tough. In and out of jail. Taught myself how to sell dope, all this type of shit, like, right? So I come from disorder. I come from confusion and conflict. I don't come from a strong support system, a structured family and all that, right? So I'm gang banging. This PJ Wash script to my casket drop, so how we say is J's up to my days up, right? But TC, Tavion Carter, he had a structured family. You know what I mean? He had nice clothes. He had a good life outside of the California Youth Authority. The brother had just made a mistake and he had to pay for that, right? So he didn't engage in a shooting program. The shooting game. The shooting game is when a person tell you, hey, fuck your dead shit, Leroy. That means that he shot at you. When he say fuck your dead shit, he's saying fuck all your dead homies, fuck all your kin folks, fuck all your relatives and all that. Me being an active gang banger, right? Who was active on the streets, you know, doing shit that, you know, inflicted pain on a lot of people that I was indoctrinated to believe were my enemies and whatnot, right? So I'm gang. Like if a motherfucker disrespect PJ Watt's crib, cuz, and my identity and my reason for existing at that point in time was PJ Watt's crib, cuz, we going up, straight up, right? So I digress. A lot of the blacks who were considered respected blacks, they didn't fuck with TC, but TC wasn't no punk. He just had an objective. And his objective was to get back home with his family and, you know, macking on them bitches, you know what I mean? My nigga was a cold player type nigga. So make a long story short, I'm hollering at this dude from 11 Deuce Broadway that I was in juvenile hall with, cuz. And I'm asking him like, cuz, why you ain't like, nigga, why you ain't on your shit, my nigga? Why you ain't in here, fucking niggas up and doing this, and like, why you ain't on your shit? Cuz reason for not engaging in the shooting game and being active in the California Youth Authority, for those who don't know what the California Youth Authority is, it's a youth prison. So cuz reason for not playing the shooting game and being active and, getting off on his enemies, and cuz letting Pops from 76 East Coast disrespect him and all that shit, right? His reason wasn't legitimate reason, cuz I couldn't accept his reason and all this type of shit. So me hollering at this nigga, and it's A's, Ways, Mains, and K's, right? Me hollering at the nigga from Broadway, that opened up the opportunity for TC to holler at me. And he was like, man, I know you. I'm like, where you know me from, cuz? He was like, man, we used to fuck with the same female. Like, huh? Like, fuck with the same female? I'm like, no, cuz, like, what females you know that I know, like? And now some shit clicking, cuz, like, some shit clicking. The nigga name is Tavion, cuz. Before the nigga even tell me it was the little female from our front street that I used to fuck with as a young nigga, like, you feel me? It's clicking. I'm like, Tavion, cuz, Tavion, TC. And this go back to a situation to where the little female from Front Street that I was fucking with, right? She come to the project, she come over there to fuck with me and all this type of shit. We chilling and all this, like, right? And I look in her ears, cuz she got the 3 hoes. Or she had the plat, right? With the 3 initials. And her motherfucking plat say, Tay. So I'm looking, like, cuz, ooh, she a cold little bitch, like, oh, mate. She just popped up over here and all this and all that, right? With another nigga name in her ears, like, so she seen me looking like, with like, you know what I mean, a crazy expression. So she already knew what the deal was. I ain't even have to ask her, question her, or none of that. But I wasn't gonna do that because I never been the type of nigga to show my feelings and how I feel and all that. Me coming from the background that I come from and all that, like, right? I never been the type to express how I feel when I feel like I can be perceived as being vulnerable and all that type of shit, like, right? So I'm looking at her ears like, ooh, she a cold bitch, like, right, on mic. Forgive me for calling you a BITCH, but this is my thinking at that point in time. You feel what I'm saying? This is my, me giving my account of, of a story from back then, right? So she see that I'm looking at the earrings kind of crazy, like, right? And she like, oh, this my godson. This my godson name right here. I'm like, oh, okay, now back. California Youth Authority, day room, hollering at Tay. And he told me her name, like, Wooty Woo Woo, from out of Fresh. I'm like, oh, cuz, that's crazy, like. So I like, cuz, and I tell him the story. I'm like, my nigga, one day baby come over there, like, right? And she had your name in her ears, cuz. At first the earring said, yay. But I went to jail, and when I got out, she coming over there to see me, but she probably had cuz name in her ears for so long that she was unconscious to it, like, right? That's on PJ. So I'm like, oh, cuz, that's crazy. And I'm going to tell you what baby was out of pocket at, like, right? She telling this nigga not everything about me, but a lot of things about me. Like, I don't know this nigga, cuz, on PJ Crip. But she writing this nigga talking to cuz on the phone like, yeah, my ex about to come up there. He from PJ's. Like, you giving this nigga too much information about me on PJ Crip. But me and TC from Kitchen Crib, cuz, we became boys. Like, that became my nigga, like, on Mike. When he had got out, cuz was trying to reconnect with me, but she was in her guilt and in her feelings, and she never made the connection between me and my partner. And unfortunately, my nigga died in a car accident. So rest in peace to you, my nigga on Crib. Rest in peace to my nigga TC from 11-6 Kitchen. But I digress, right? So now I'm on Taft Hall, cuz, and I'm about to get introduced to some shit called sleep restriction, cuz. A sleep restriction is this, right? This is how the room's set up. You have a room on each side of you, right? But the side of the room that's opposite of the sink and the toilet combination, it's a bed. The bed is connected to the person in the next cell bed as well. So when this motherfucker toss and turn in his sleep, you can feel that shit in your bed, right? So what the Solanios used to do, what the little Southsiders used to do, they used to snort Scante. They used to snort that crystal, be up for 3 or 4 days, and put blacks on sleeping restriction. This shit'll make you deranged, cuz. This shit'll make you insane if you ain't strong. So you got the nigga that you share the bed with, right? Not share the bed with, but you know, it's connected through this metal rod type shit. This is how the bed's connected in Taft Hall. So you have one nigga jumping on the bed, right? Making sure you can't get no sleep. And then you have the other nigga beating on the walls. And you have the nigga that got the bed combination, right? That's connected. But the wall is the divider. You have this nigga banging on the walls, jumping on the bed, ensuring that you can't get no sleep, right? If you can sleep through this, cuz, you a bad motherfucker on mic, right? But make a long story short, so I got a Southsider, cuz, on both sides. This nigga going crazy, beating on the walls, calling me niggas, fuck my yates, dog. Hey, fuck you, JJ. Hey, fuck you, homie. Hey, puro suta that said, dog. Fuck my yates. All this type of shit, like, right? This nigga going crazy, drumming on the walls and all this type of shit, like. Then the other nigga, he beating on the walls, same thing, fuck my yates, fuck niggers, and all this type of shit, jumping on the bed. So I like, all right, I'm outsmart these niggas, cuz. I'm gonna put my man on the floor. So my nigga Randers, cuz, Joseph Randers, cuz, P Blank, from Park Village, Compton Crib, and another one of the homies like, hey, cuz, I'm about to shoot you a kite. They slide me a kite, cuz, and a kite like, hey, hey, cuz, you just gotta thug it out, cuz, don't put your man on the floor. But I'm hearing the Southsiders on both sides of me, right? These niggas flushing the toilet. So they stop in they antics of beating on the walls and shit. So now they flushing the toilets. So as I'm discarding the kite, water is coming beneath my motherfucking door, cuz these niggas is trying to flood me out. So they jump on the bed, they beat on the walls, and then when they feel that your weight isn't on the bed no more, cuz, that's when they start flooding everything out to ensure that you're not able to put your mat on the floor and go to sleep on PJ Crib. So I'm in that motherfucker hot on PJ Crib. I'm ready to start busting back. I'm ready to start disrespecting Sordanios, Southsiders, all that shit. Like, I'm in there hot. PJ Crib, it's 2 and 3 days. Nigga ain't had no sleep on Crib. I'm trying to get his cell changed. But that motherfucker booked to capacity. I go to the meeting because I think it's like an SMP meeting to where they determine whether they're gonna put you in SHU for a certain amount of time. I go to that meeting because they look at my history from the fights that I had in SRCC reception, and then you know, me getting caught with the Kisus and all that type of shit. So they're like, yeah, I think it'd be in the best interest of the institution to give him a 90-day program. So now I'm waiting on the bed. I'm on Taft. I'm waiting on the bed to go to Nixon. I go to Nixon. Now, Nixon is player as a motherfucker. It's player. It's cool, like on Crib. They got 2 TVs. They got a TV on the north side of the building, and then they got another TV on the southern side of the building. So it's cool. You can watch TV. We used to watch Buscando's, Amor. You know what I mean? They used to shoot the shot on there. When I say shoot the shot, it's a provocative position, or, you know, something that's provocative, something that, you know, make a young nigga get horny to beat his dick off and all this type of shit. We used to watch Jose Luis or whatever it was on a Mexican channel. What was the name of that shit? Muy Caliente or Caliente. That shit used to come on. It was like the Mexican version of the Soul Train. They had you know, the mijas, the hyenas on there dancing in bikinis and shit, and that'd be the jack off hour, cuz. And if you had a cool staff, they used to come in and let us watch movies. Not movies. They'll let us watch TV to the late night hours, cuz. So we'll be watching the Girls Gone Wild, the Girls Gone Wild shit that used to come on. It's not tutorials, it's not whatever it's called, but like the, you know, the clips of Girls Gone Wild when they was trying to sell the videos and shit. We'd be in there beating our dicks off and all this type of shit, like, right? So I went over there with a 90-day program, cuz, and I turned that 90. I kept getting that motherfucker extended. My first extension came like this, right? It was a fool named Joker from out of Bakersfield. He was a Sodanio from out of Bakersfield, and another Hispanic from Playboys down there by the Fire Trey Avalons, right? These niggas is like the porters. They clean up the buildings and all this type of shit, right? You know, I be on my door, you know, just watching and all this type of shit. You know, seeing what's going on and all that, because after a while, just sitting in that cell, working out, reading and all that type of shit, my nigga, being in that confined space, you know, it started to fuck with you. And at this point in time, they was fixing the wreck cages. God damn, all that snow on that car, cuz. This is what I'm going into right now. But I digress. Around this time, they was fixing the rec cages, so we wasn't getting no program. So now we 24 and 24. We in our cells 24 hours a motherfucking day, with the exception of showers and all that. So I'm peeping game. I see when they lock up the Southsiders, they didn't really lock them up. The Southsiders anticipating the lockdown in the cages so that they can start feeding and shit. These niggas going to the cage and they closed it and made it seem like it was locked. So I'm telling Wacky Roo, Circuit City Pyru, who was on my right side, who was my neighbor on the right side, we shared a vent, but through the vent you can talk to the niggas, you know, as far as three rooms, 3 cells down. BL from Front Hood, Cuz and a homie Baby Ali from he later became Lil Butter from PJ, but at this time he was Baby Ali. This is when he switched over to PJs, but we still was calling him Ali because he didn't officially have a name for Imperial Courts. He haven't been officially being initiated into the set, right? So these niggas are cellmates. So I tell them like, hey, cuz, hey, that nigga Joker and Wooty Woo Woo, cuz, the cage ain't locked, cuz. When they come and when they come to pick up the trays, cuz, run down there and get them niggas the business. So BL, he like, nah, cuz, you ain't about to send us on no bunk mission. I'm like, cuz, on PJ Crip, on Steve-O, it ain't no bunk mission, cuz. Now my nigga Wacky Roo from Circuit City, Pyru, he getting on their head like, man, it's 2 of you niggas, go down there and give them the business. They don't want to do it. On PJ Crip, I'm pumped up. When they come pick up the trays, I jump up off my bed. I'm like, hey, let me go down there and get another tray. I go down there.
Talking shit that they ain't about to fix them out. Got a problem, we can shoot it out. Close your mouth. Gunplay ain't a thing for me. I've been feeling death, so I tell my kids to pray for me. This real life. It ain't a movie, it ain't make believe. Half these niggas ain't the niggas that they claim to be. Just say I'm shot they niggas, so you know I keep the thing to me. My life is valuable, so you know it ain't a thing to me. Got a mind like Malcolm X, but I crip like Tookie. Got this Tupac passion, but I crip like Tookie. Got this Marcus Garvey vision, but I crip like Tookie. How you become successful when you crip like Tookie? A million man, forming plans to recreate this shit. I hate this shit. They treating us like we make this shit. America haters, they kill a panther, so I was made to grip. They orchestrate the cycle and murder anyone that can break this shit. It's real life.